Welcome to the Ron Stokes Buckeye Weekly Update, brought to you by WOW Internet, Phone, and Cable.
Hi, this is Ron Stokes with another edition of Buckeye Fast Break, and our video highlight today is with Troy Taylor, former Ohio State Buckeye, class of 1985. And Troy, we're going to just talk about your history a little bit before we jump into what you're currently doing. Let's go way back to 1981 through 1985. Just talk about your experience as a Buckeye and what that meant to you.
Well, being a Buckeye was very important to me because we're local guys, both of us from Canton, Ohio, and it's always good that everyone in Ohio knew of our talents and stuff like that. So it was very easy to break into Ohio State, and our names was out there too. So it was a thrill to come to Ohio State, and I really enjoyed it.
No, Troy, it was amazing. Remember when we were playing ball and the topic would come up in the locker room about coaching at some point in our lives, and you told me and a number of your teammates that you would never get into coaching. And now, how many years you been in coaching?
Oh, it's been about 18 years.
18 years. So what happened?
Things changed over time. After the game was taken away from me, I decided that I would like to do something and give back to the community and give back to some kids and return the favor that someone did for me. So I decided to go into coaching and see if I could get some kids into college as well.
Now, when you say it was taken away from you, had a number of injuries, starting with your patella tendon, Achilles tendon, a number of things.
Yes, mostly the patella tendon was the one that really took me out of the game. But just after college, we had an opportunity, both of us, to go and play at the next level, and things didn't work out. So after that, I decided, just go ahead and coach.
Okay.
How does a WOW Internet cable and phone bundle make your life easier? We'll show you in metaphor. One price, one bill, one great experience. Get a WOW bundle with internet cable and phone with unlimited nationwide calling and calls to Canada. All for only $99.99. Price guaranteed until 2011. Next time, we'll discuss internet speed using interpretive dance. WOW. It's that kind of experience.
Okay, we're back for our second segment with Troy Taylor. And Troy, let's talk about Troy Jr. You have one son, your wife Sheila. Very proud of Troy Jr. And I know you and I are big fans of golf, but he's taking it to another level.
Well, he's been doing a great job. I don't know how it come about, Ronnie, but he's turned into a good golfer, and he just probably saw us going out golfing and picked up those clubs and started. And he's ranked number 39th in the world right now, and he won a tournament down in Florida about 3 months ago. So he's a seven-year-old and 8-year-old U.S. kids champion in Columbus, Ohio.
Well, that's pretty impressive, and I know he's a pretty good golfer. You just touched on it, but he's still going to play a little basketball, right?
Well, I was trying to hold him out until he was about 10 years old to play basketball, but your wife, Levita, she kind of talked me into it a little bit, and he wants to play, and he understands how to play, but I just didn't want to get him involved too early because I don't want him to get burnt out. But he's playing for the first time this year, and he's playing with what's the guard's name? Jamal Brown.
Yeah,
former Ohio State player as well, and he has a son the same age, so he's enjoying it, and they played 2 games already, and they won both games.
Now, obviously, because of my role as a broadcaster, we don't get to sit together during the games. I'm broadcasting, you're up there sitting with your wife and your son, but how different is it in being in the stands watching the game and analyzing it versus being out there playing? I mean, it's a big difference, but talk about how you kind of evaluate what Coach Mata has done for the program.
Well, I think when we first got those tickets about in '86, after we got done watching the game, it was a little harder to sit in there and evaluate the game. But now, since I'm coaching, I understand it pretty well, and understand the things that he's doing, all setting defenses and offenses and techniques that he's running. So I kind of understand it. But also, I share that information with my wife, who's a assistant coach. And
the alleged assistant coach.
Yeah, the alleged assistant coach. But TJ really understands the game. He's sitting there telling us what's going on and what's going to happen, and other fans on the sideline, they love to see him get up and cheer and tell him what's going to happen in the next play.
Well, that's awesome. Well, again, Troy, I want to thank you for coming on our segment. We've had a number of our former teammates on, Clark Kellogg, Larry Huggins, and I appreciate you taking time to coming on.
Oh, no problem. I appreciate coming on. And next time you talk to Clark Kellogg, tell him in his shadow we want him.
Okay, that's an inside thing. But, well, folks, thanks for visiting Buckeye Fast Break, sponsored by WOW Internet and Cable. And we'll see you next week.
Go Bucks.
Thank you for visiting the Ron Stokes Buckeye Weekly Update, brought to you by WOW Internet, Phone, and Cable.